Hello, everybody. Welcome to MBA545 Business Intelligence and Data Analytics class. So, welcome to my class. I'm so glad that you decided to take this course, and I'm ready to start our 7 week little hectic journey together. So, in this recorded session, which is, I'm guessing, the first one you're watching, my plan is to give you introduction about myself, give you introduction about the course, assignments, exams, what all supplies, books, software you will need for this course, review our schedule, and things like that. So that's the purpose of this course introduction chapter. So my name is Dr. Nitin Walia, and I joined Ashland University in 2010 after completing my PhD in management science with specialization in MIS from University of Wisconsin. Prior to that, I have another MS in information technology management from Oakland University in Michigan, and I also have one more master's and a bachelor's in business from India. I've also worked for roughly 3 years at 3M and Bay Talkie Tech, a company which makes voice recognition systems. So that's my my academic and professional background, and I do have a personal life. So that's my wife, my kids. We are a Disney family, so we just recently went on a Disney cruise, and so that's just wanted to add. That's my son, 8-year-old son, and my 5-year-old daughter. My office is in Ashland main campus. So in Dock College of Business, my room number is 224. That's my office phone number, my email ID. My goal is to reply back to you within 24 hours. And let's say for some reason you do not hear back from me even after 2 days. So in that case, feel free to send me another reminder, another email, maybe leave me a voicemail or get in touch with me again, as my goal is to respond within that period of time. Most of the time, if it's something I can reply back quickly using my smartphone, I might even reply back in much less time than that. But if for something I have to turn on my machine, my computer, open books, then I'll take maybe up to 24 hours to get back to you. If you want, you can come and see me face to face on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm available from 3 to 6 p.m. In addition to that, especially as this is an online class, I'm more than happy to talk by phone, by Skype, by collaborate, Zoom teleconferencing, whatever works for you. I'm fine with it. Feel free to take a time with me, appointment with me over phone, for a meeting over phone. Just send me your phone number and I can call you. Or if you want, we can have a very quick video conferencing. You don't need to install anything for that. I'll send you a link. You click onto it, and this tool opens where you can see me. We can see each other. Plus, I can even share my desktop, or you can share your desktop in case you want to show me something, especially related to some of the technical assignments. So that's my information as how you can reach me. Okay, so getting next to is, what do you need for this course? So those are the 2 books which are required for this course. The first book is Hands-on Database, which looks like this, and the second book is Business Intelligence Analytics Data Science, a managerial perspective on analytics. So the first book, the database book, we will be using in the first 3 weeks of the course, and the other book we will be using from week 4 onwards. Let me talk about the first book, the hands-on database. We will be doing you will be doing assignments from the first 7 chapters from that book. When I was looking at various books, my goal was to find a book which is not overly expensive, since I'm using 2 books for this course, so I didn't want to use overly expensive book, but same way I don't want to simply use a cheap book with not a good content in it. So I would say this book is a very good in between, where it's not expensive and have decent content, decent material in it as well. The other book, Business Intelligence, Analytics and Data Science, that's, I think, is the perfect book for a course like this, which is at an MBA level, not MS level. And I've been using their book from 2nd edition onwards. I really like their book, and especially how it has evolved over the last few years. In addition to these 2 books, well, you only need these 2 books. I will be providing you a lot of handouts for each of the content, and I will be using all these books for creating my handouts, which actually I've already created. And so I rely on multiple books. We are using SAS Enterprise Minor, so these 3 books are for material related to SAS. This is the book I use for my another course, which is a 16-week database course. So that's the book from there, which I will be also using to create your exercises as well as some handouts. Another 3 books I'll be using are for your week 4 and 5, which is related to Tableau. This is something I am doing for the first time in this course. Actually, I should not say first time. I did it last course as well, but in last course it was just one lecture, small lecture on it. This is the first time I'm officially adopting Tableau and having content related to it in my class. I've been teaching Tableau to myself. We professors, we have to teach ourselves. I've taken a training actually, and I've been using these books, and now I think I'm ready to introduce these concepts in my class as well. So again, these are the 2 books you need, and I will be sort of supplementing those books with these. This is a 50-page handout. This is like 140-page handout, and I'm still working on this, so I don't know how big that would be. So those are the books you will need. What software you will need? I'm assuming most of you might already have MS Office. If you do, please make sure that you have MS Access included in it. If not, the good thing is all these softwares are provided. I am providing you for free, either through me directly or through university. So that's a good news. So if you need MS Office, including SAS, you can go via that link. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create 3 more small videos where I'll talk about how can you get MS Office for free. I have already applied for Tableau license, which I've got for my class. In a separate video I'll talk about that, how you can get that, and then I will my another video I'll talk about how you can get SAS Enterprise Minor, which is either through this link or we can send over the flash drive with the software to you. So you have multiple options to get that, and all this information is on Blackboard as well, which I'll show you in some time. But as said, I will be creating 3 separate videos for how you can go and get these softwares. So specifically try to help you. I think I think we might not need this video for that one. That's pretty straightforward. Okay, so those are our hardware and our books and software you will need. As you know, this is an online course. I always say, I'm here to help you. I am here to assist you in any way I can. But please do not send me an email 5 minutes before the deadline asking me for extension or with some issues. You will know most of your assignments by today, so I can understand a lot of you are working full time or might have some other conflicts. Talk to me in advance, and I'm very flexible as long as I've been given a little bit advance notice. Again, it's an online course. We are heavily technology dependent for your exams, discussion board, assignments, for using databases, SAS, Tableau. So technology sometimes do fail, and if that happens, do not worry. Just send me an email and I'll try to fix it. If I cannot fix it, I can point you towards the direction who can fix that issue. So don't worry, if technology fails, you will not lose points or you will not be penalized for some issues with technology. I have more than, how many students I have this semester? I would say around 80 plus. So when you email me, please try to include what course you are talking about and what's your full name. So I will really appreciate if you can include your full name and the course name, which is MBA545, in your email. Okay, so now let's get into this course. Okay, so this course, what are we doing in this course? So this course is basically to provide you foundational knowledge related to business analytical and intelligence skills. And to do that, we will be first starting with SQL and data modeling, which are the fundamentals of database. Why do we do that? Before we can apply any kind of data analysis, data visualization tool, you need to have an understanding of data, as well as ability to pull the data out. And that's why you need to have knowledge of SQL. Once we do that, we will be covering data visualization, data mining tools such as decision trees, regression, neural network. So what I've done is I've divided this course into two parts. The first part is your database content, where I cover data modeling, SQL, and you use MS Access software to do so, which is the software part. And in the second half of the book, second half of the course, which is week 4 to 7, we will be covering descriptive and predictive analytics. And descriptive analytics, I'll teach you data visualization using Tableau, and under predictive analytics, I'll be teaching you various predictive models such as decision trees, neural network, regression using SAS Enterprise Miner. Previously, I have also sometimes, especially when I teach this course, in a much more longer time frame, I include a lecture on prescriptive analytics as well. Prescriptive analytics is generally outside the scope of this course, but just so that to have a complete view of BI, I have included that in the past, but it is covered in much more detail in some of the other courses as part of our MBA. But what I will do is I'll still provide you the lecture, the material, but there won't be any assignments from it. But as I said, prescriptive analytics is a little bit outside the scope of this course. Okay, so that is the plan for this course. So let me talk about assignments. You have 4 assignments in this course: 2 from database, 2 from BI, business intelligence. You have 4 exams in this course, and okay, so 2 exams from database and 2 exams from BI, worth 25 points each. And then you have 3 discussion forums, discussion threads, each worth 15 points. In addition to that, I have something called Class Cafe Service, which is for 15 points. What is that? I'll show you in a minute. So as you can see, the course is evenly sort of divided between database and BI part. For the discussions would be mainly from the applied side, what's happening in the industry. I will ask you to do 2 posts for each discussion topic, and you will get 2 weeks to do the discussion post. And in the first week, I'll ask you to do your original post. In the second week, your reply post. So 2 discussions posts per discussion forum. So those are the assignments for your course. So what I really believe, especially at an MBA level course, in a 7-week course, especially in an online course, that I, unlike a face-to-face course or unlike a undergraduate course where I as instructor I'm in the driver's seat, I'm driving everything. That's not the case here. I believe at an MBA online 7-week course, we are here in a collaboration with each other. So we have this partnership with each other where I'm not the one who's driving the agenda. You are the one who's in charge. As you know, I have already uploaded material for the first 3-4 weeks. So you already know what work to do. And since we do not meet face to face, there's no, lecture where I'm forcing you to come and listen to me. So I think it's a more of a collaboration between me and you. And my goal with the lectures is that, I go a little bit beyond the book, cover all the technical material, show you how the software is used. Then the exams mainly tests you on material which is from the book, the conceptual part of the book. The assignments are meant to push you to go a little bit beyond what you have learned from me, from the book. The discussion forums are meant for you to have understanding of the practitioner's viewpoint as what is happening in the industry right now. You get to hear from a lot of your peers in this class. A lot of them, your peers, already have extensive amount of experience. So we will gain from their background, their experience on certain topics. And then we do not have any presentations, fortunately for you. Yep. So those are the 4 things we are doing. In addition, if you need some help, I am your #1 resource. Get in touch with me. Any technology issue, IT department, and Google is your best friend. If you get stuck somewhere, Google it. Maybe you will learn the most that way. Plus, additionally, I will force you, not very strongly, but gently, to start using something called Class Cafe in this course. And I'll show you in a minute what I mean by that. But the purpose of Class Cafe is that, especially I've seen in the past in the technical questions, in the technical course, students have very similar question, and rather than me telling each student separately something, I can post it there, and you can go and read what questions other are asking, and more importantly, you can help each other. So which really fastens up the response as well as the answer time. And I think it helps, especially in an online class where everybody's working, everybody's in a silo, right? We don't meet each other, you don't meet me or your peers. So I think having that class cafe really helps to connect with other students. So if you have a problem, you post it, somebody else can say, hey, I'm having the same problem, and the third person can say, hey, I already fixed that problem. So I think it brings the whole class as a community together. So that's sort of another reason I want to use it. Plus, class cafe is a perfect example of knowledge based system where we are harnessing knowledge of yours and mine on a certain topic. What could be a topic? Assignment number 1, 2, and so on. Okay, let me now open your syllabi here and see if I want to add something. My information is right there. Course material, software, we already talked about it. Course description, hopefully you have read all of that. I just mentioned we have 4 exam, 25 points total, 100 points, assignments, 3 threaded discussion, class cafe service. So that's how you will be graded for this course. And this is our 7-week schedule. So you can look at the schedule in 2 ways. Like, for example, in the first week, you can think of that as if nothing is due in week 1. You can go with that. That's fine too. And everything is due at the end of week 2. So for example, today is 11th, and the first assignments, an exam and discussion post is due on 24th. This is what I will recommend except week number 3, all the other weeks are combined with another week. So all the other weeks are 2 weeks related to your assignment. This is I would recommend to you. In the first week, like week 1, do the threaded discussion. Of course, you have to do the original post. Do the exam. You can listen to my lectures and take the exam. And then in the second part of the week or second week, do the assignment. Same way, for example, in week 4 and 5. In week 4, listen to all my lectures, do the exam, and of course the first half of threaded discussion, and then in week 5 do the assignment. So I think that's a nice way to approach this. But it's a 7-week fast-paced course, and I wanted to add a little bit of flexibility in your schedule as how and when you want you want to take the exam, finish this assignment. So this combining this week 1 and 2 and this assignment is my way of sort of giving you a little bit more flexibility. In the last time when I taught this course, I had week 1 and week 1 had something due, and week 2 something else is due. But this time I'm trying it out, and hopefully you can give me a feedback whether you like this format or not. So I'm always trying to tweak things based on whatever feedback I get from students. Except week 3, where everything would be due at the end of that week. That's the only standalone week. Except that, all the other weeks are 2 weeks together. So as you can see, in week 1, 2, and 3, we are doing the first 7 chapters from the hands-on database book. Assignment 1, assignment 2, exam 1, exam 2, and only discussion theory discussion 1. Then week 4, 5, 6, 7 we are doing from the other book, and we are doing BI. So week 4 and 5, first 2 chapters and then Tableau, and then week 6 and 7 the 5 chapters and then using SAS Enterprise Minor. So what I've tried to do in every week is that there is conceptual part and then hands-on work. Conceptual part, hands-on tool. Conceptual part of the course followed by hands-on work using Tableau tool. Conceptual part of the course then followed by implementing that with the tool. So in every week, on every couple of weeks, in the first week you learn the conceptual side of a topic, and then in the later part of that combination week you then apply it using a certain tool. So I think that makes a very good mix of first gaining conceptual knowledge, then applying it using a tool as if you're really using it in a real world. So I think I've come up with this nice mix of this course with all these really good tools. So I'm very happy with this mix up. Hopefully you will like it as well. And I don't know whether you can tell it or not, but this is one of the favorite course for me to teach. This is my favorite course, my favorite topic. So that's why sometimes I go overboard, which you saw with how many books I'm using, because this is I have a lot of passion about this area. Okay, now let me open our course website. Hopefully you have already taken a look. That's where you will get a weekly announcements from me. Start here. That's the PowerPoint I'm using right now, and the video which I'm recording, which you're watching, will be of course here. The syllabi is available here, right there, and it's also available as a separate link just in case. Course overview, week 1 and 2 and so on. What are we doing in every week? Some information about me, my phone number, my background, books and software, very important link. So since we are using multiple books, multiple software in this course, my goal is to sort of put that knowledge in a clean, easy to understand manner. So I've tried to put it in a different format. So this is for week 1 to week 3. What software are we using? Related to what assignments. Mainly the softwares are meant for assignment. Exams are all multiple choice questions. Then week 4 and 5 Tableau, 6 and 7 SAS Enterprise Minor. That's the link for getting MS Office. If you click onto that link, and another time, I'm already logged in. Let me log out. Go back. You will sign in. Remember, sign in with your Ashland ID, then enter your password, and that's where you are. You don't see access there. Why? It's hidden. Here, and then access is there. English 32-bit or 64-bit, and then you can then install that software on your machine. Whatever I just showed you, there's a university instruction sheet. I went ahead and created my own as well for you guys, so you can see what you need to do. You all have Office 365 Pro Plus subscription from the school, which allows you this free membership. This lucid chart is something I use for chapter number 4. It is not required, but since I'm using it my demo purposes, and if you get interested in it, you want to use it, you can. by entering your edu email address, and you get a free account there. But it's optional, you don't have to use it. Tableau software, all the details are there. Download the Tableau software from there. The license key. If you do not want to install Tableau, I have another option for you. Same thing, all the details about the SaaS Enterprise Miner. As I said, I'll create a separate video. I think this is pretty straightforward. MS Office, most of you already have it. I'll create a separate video for how to get Tableau and SaaS Enterprise Miner. That's for the books. Then I have a link for discussion board. The first one is introduce yourself. The first discussion is on who owns your data, right? Like Facebook collects your data, Google, some of the other companies. So a link on it and 2 videos, and then I want you to answer that question. Again, a reminder, this is what I'm asking you to do. So today is 11th. For each threaded discussion, you are doing an original post and a reply. So I'm expecting the original post by first Sunday, 17th, and then your reply post by the next Sunday, 24th. Your next discussion, all the 3 discussion posts I've already posted. They are available to you. Then what is this class cafe I was talking about? I really want you to get into this habit where instead of emailing me, come and post all your questions here on a certain topic. Could be assignment 1. If your question is related to assignment 1, go here and reply and ask me your question. Or you can create a new thread on a certain topic, let's say MS Office installation issues. And I would really like to see that since you post your question here, and if you can also answer other students' question, that will really help me, them, and you. We can work together as a collaboration. And if you do that, you can think of this as a small bonus 15 points. So if you do provide this service, at least I would say 3 to 5 times you're helping other people, I'll give you those extra points. So that's the purpose of Class Cafe. Come here, post any questions you have, and I have the habit of checking Class Cafe multiple times a day. It's easier for me to reply back to you here, and then others can see it who have a similar issue. Then let's look at our week 1 and 2 together. Your view will look, let me go into your view, how your view will look like. So this is week 1, what the learning objectives are of week 1 and 2. Then that's a folder for chapter 1 to chapter 3. The slides, the recorded lecture for chapter 1, the recorded lecture for chapter 2 and 3. Then the folder for chapter number 4. Chapter number 4 has these 2 recorded lectures. Then I have another lecture on practice questions, which are end of chapter number 4. Use this PDF, watch my video. And then I have something called advanced questions, which are not from your book, outside. So you can use this PDF, this PowerPoint, and look at my video. What's the work for the first 2 weeks? You're introducing yourself, threaded discussion 1, first assignment, the video related to the first assignment, and then your first exam, which has 30 questions based on the first 4 chapters, and you get 2 attempts, and I take your highest attempt. So again, this is all the content for your first 2 weeks. your exams are all multiple choice and true and false format. I have a separate video on your assignment number 1, which is not coming. Where is the right here is the video for assignment number 1. Okay. So that sort of covers this this course introduction. Welcome again. Please feel free to reach out to me. Some of you have already started reaching out to me, which is a good thing, and then I can help you in any way I can. Always use your calendar to see what is due. As you can see on 24th, all these are due. This is not related to your course. It's my calendar for my multiple courses, but you should also be using your calendar to see your due dates. Week 3 materials also already uploaded. Chapter number 5 is do it yourself or optional. Chapter number 6 and 7 covers SQL with the practice question and my first big handout to you, which is like 45 pages. And then you have your assignment and exam from week 3 as well. So welcome again to my course. Don't forget to do your introduction as soon as you can.